Hey, what's up? Serpentine here, taking a look at the action RPG, The Red Solstice, the first title developed by the team at Iron Ward. After a devastating virus wipes out the population on Earth, it's your mission to stop the outbreak from spreading any further on the colony on Mars, humanity's last hope. To top it all off, one of the worst weather storms in Mars history is occurring, known as the Red Solstice. For each mission, you'll take control of a 4-man squad, with control primarily being given over the commander of the squad. The controls of the game are what you would expect: right click to move, left click to attack, and hotkeys for abilities. To take control of the other squad members, you'll have to enter a slowed down tactical mode where you can move them individually and use their unique abilities. Admittedly, not being able to take direct control of the other units and their abilities outside of the tactical mode is a little bit strange, but it does put an emphasis on the commander of your squad, and the times that you would want to take direct control of the other units, you would probably already be in tactical mode anyway. Inventory management and healing with the medic, however, would have been nice to do outside of the tactical mode. Speaking of classes, there are 8 classes available, including Assault, Heavy Support, Medic, Recon, and more. For the single player missions, you'll be locked into the squad's specific classes, but you will be able to switch out their weapons, abilities, and upgrade their attributes before you head into a mission. For multiplayer missions though, you'll be able to choose whatever class you want, but first you will have to unlock them all with experience, with more niche classes like Recon being unlocked later on down the track. As with the single player mission, you'll be able to set your soldiers up with guns, a primary and a secondary, an ability set, and passive boosters. The same kind of experience unlocks occur here too, in what could be compared to how Killing Floor does their progression system, with more power and better abilities, unlocking the further you progress a class, allowing you to take on some of the harder difficulty levels. The multiplayer mode has your squad searching for an anomaly located somewhere on the map that you will eventually find out to be a boss creature you have to kill. Heading straight to the anomaly isn't the best idea though, as you'll need to gain a few levels beforehand, thus unlocking your abilities to stand any chance of defeating it. Also, you'll need to hunt for valuable supplies like medkits, explosives, and ammunition from inside the buildings. As with most wave-based games, the waves start off fairly easy and slowly get harder and harder, so picking the right time to attack the anomaly boss is essential so as not to get overrun. Picking a good team composition before jumping into the mission is extremely important too, due to some of the class's special abilities. For instance, the medic can obviously heal, but it can also generate medkits, anti-venom, bandages, and stimulants that you and your teammates can take full advantage of. Similarly, the heavy support can generate ammunition, which is extremely important as you're likely to run out before the mission is over, and you don't really want to be running around inside of buildings searching for it. The final boss fight is a little underwhelming, unfortunately, basically being a bullet sponge. This is one area of the multiplayer that could have been improved upon and would have made the experience so much better, but as it is now, all you do is click on the boss and dodge its attacks. The gameplay difference from single player to multiplayer is fairly small, but they do make the two modes feel significantly different. Single player missions require a lot more focus on squad management and strategy, specifically setting up a defensive perimeter while taking full advantage of the slowed down tactical mode. Multiplayer, however, loses some of that strategic element with no tactical mode, nor the same kind of level design as single player that allows for more defensive setups. Instead, multiplayer is more about continually moving so as not to get overrun by the horde, and if you get split up somewhere on the way, well, that's pretty much game over for you until you can respawn again. There is one final game mode called Survival, however this is basically just the multiplayer mode but for single player. So you take control of a squad of 4 on one of the multiplayer maps, regaining access to the tactical mode. However, due to the level design and the way multiplayer is set up, Survival mode is a strange combination that doesn't really work all that well and is definitely the weakest of the 3 game modes. If you wanted to play single player, then the single player campaign is definitely the way to go. Other features of the game include a stat sheet that keeps track of your multiplayer contributions like kills, deaths, and damage dealt. For multiplayer, there are numerous options that you can enable and disable for an altered experience, including fast mode where the time between waves will be sped up, swarm mode where zombies are spawned more often, and etc, etc. There are also 6 different maps to play on with 4 difficulty levels to test your team against. Altogether, the Red Solstice provides a great strategic campaign with maps that are well designed and fun to play, with an interesting storyline going on in the background. The multiplayer changes it up with a faster, more chaotic playstyle that relies heavily on good teamwork and communication to succeed. The game feels like a more squad-focused version of StarCraft's Wings of Liberty campaign in terms of the actual combat. So if you like that kind of gameplay, then the Red Solstice may be for you. Otherwise, if you're looking for a squad-based strategy game, or you like horde-based gameplay, the Red Solstice is definitely worth a look. Anyway, that's been my player preview for the Red Solstice. The game released on the 9th of July and is currently available to purchase on Steam. If you want to find out more about the game, check out the links below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.